Hello, Cedric and Cedric here for CRS and Commentary, and today we'll be reviewing NWA Powerrr. And before getting into that, I'd like to say, please, if you can, join us on Spreaker. There's the link below. If you go there, bookmark it, or if you join Spreaker, if you have a Spreaker account, join up with us, give us a listen there, because there's a better opportunity for us to actually make some money. Because, not having money at all sucks a lot. And we like really, reviewing this stuff. This is what we do. We like this. This is fun for us. And hopefully we can, support ourselves at some point in the future.
At some juncture.
So, yeah, we keeping it real. I mean, keeping it real. Money is what we don't have. It ain't like we people with money and then say, hey, give us more. No. So that's why we do this. But we also want to bring you something that's going to make you entertain, sit back, relax, whatnot. It's all good. So this opens up with a 3-way match. And I'll be honest with you, the commentators were speaking so fast and at low at points, I couldn't even hear what the stipulation was. I guess the winner of this gets a TV title match or something?
TV #1 contender match. That's what this was.
And it's a 3-way. So it's AJ Kazana, Judas, and Odinson.
From the End.
Yeah, the End. Which was a team that I liked. The name had to grow on me, but I haven't seen them though.
Haven't seen them in a while.
Haven't seen them in a long time. Odinson has gotten smaller, but he done toned and beefed up at the same time. He used to be a little more plush, but he done got his rip on. Mm-hmm. He got some tips, man. He got some tips. That's from Tropic Thunder, man. That's one of the funniest movies. And it holds up to today. It holds up. AJ Kazana is somebody that I do like. He's grown on me. I mean, this is so rustic NWA style. It's weird. It's so weird. It's like these people's like, who are y'all? Y'all not important. Nobody knows you. But yet, at the same time, I want to see them. It's weird. And I really hope to get to know these guys and know them and their style and whatnot. And, I hope so.
It was decent to see Judas in the match. Wasn't him and somebody that was 4 feet tall.
Yes. Someone he could actually work with.
Yeah.
He didn't heel it up at all, which was a little annoying because you're supposed to boo him. But I don't know. Maybe that group is having a change. Maybe they're going towards that neutral area or something
the minister was out there.
He ain't doing anything. I didn't notice him.
He ain't doing anything. I guess because maybe they just wanted to be straight up. And he kind of had his hands full because Odinson was all over the place.
Yeah. James Mitchell, that guy can talk.
Yeah, he can.
That guy can talk. I believe him when he talk. I like him. So this match here, it's a multi-man match. It's not all over the place. Everyone gets their stuff in. AJ Kazana got such a good spine buster. And those short range, in your face punches look really good. I like them. Odinson kept getting thrown about and pushed away. He kept getting knocked out of the action, or later on, he's the one that got waylaid on.
Because he was the smallest man in the ring.
And so it was an uphill battle for him. But at the end, he got this, rising, spinning European uppercut.
Yep.
Shoryuken.
That's what it looked like.
Yep.
Straight out of Street Fighter.
And it was very graceful.
Mm-hmm.
It was very graceful.
Because he did it from his knees rising up.
Yes. And I'm like, that's what I want from one of my wrestlers. And, CR Fire Pro. But it's supposed to be an uppercut to the jaw, a palm uppercut. And I'm like, that might be a little bad, so I haven't done it yet. And I'm like, my rule. If once you see it, it can be done.
Yeah.
That don't mean you should do it, but it can be done. But Odinson, after that, he got an airplane spin into a release kind of DDT kind of thing. They call it the F10. I'm like, come up with something else, but he got that and he got the win on AJ Kazana. He got the pinfall and I think it's a little too late for him to try to be all hard nosed right now. but he was happy.
Yeah.
That was a genuine, gleeful smile. And I enjoy seeing that. This guy, I think, if they do him right, he's highly marketable and would be a good champion if they do it right.
Yeah.
If they do it right. Odinson, it's a decent name. It can take him far, you know. So
I can see him be a fighting champion, not just walking around with a belt every week.
Yeah. You know, fighting champion is somebody that doesn't turn down a match, you know, of any magnitude, you know. And so fighting champion is someone that's always defending their belt. Fighting champion is somebody that they don't Hulk Hogan it.
But what's the point of having a TV title if you're not defending it every time you're on? Like,
yeah, if you're on TV, you need to be defending it.
Yeah.
Bar none. There should be no such thing as a non-TV title match. You on TV with a TV title, you defend it. It's that simple.
Uh-huh.
But I'm glad he won something different. Because I really thought AJ Kazana was going to win this.
I thought Judas was going to win.
I didn't think he was going to win because he hasn't done anything, period. He's come on the scene and has done nothing. And Odinson has been absent. But Odinson, when you look at all three of them, he looks the best. So they're going to go with who looks the best. And the guy can wrestle. So I think this is good. I want to see what they do with this. Because Tyrus needs a challenger.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we saw Judas in a match where he's not wrestling with somebody so much smaller than him, but we still haven't seen what he can do. Yes. We don't know if the man got any basics. We know that Kazana's basics are down.
Yes.
And Odinson's are too. You need to have some basics to carry a tag team match, which he's standing in a tag team. So we don't know what Judas can do yet.
And maybe we'll see one day. Maybe. You know, it's a short show and they got a decent amount of wrestlers, so it's gonna be hard to cycle them through. But they got 2 shows. Maybe we'll eventually see him or something. But you know, with that, we should just get on to the next thing. And then moving right along, Homicide is with Kyle Davis, and it's an interview, and he introduces Homicide, and Homicide just loves the way it sounds. He's like, "Do it again," you know.
Kyle does a very good job.
He does. Kyle Davis does a lot there.
He does.
He does a lot. You know,
ring announcer, interviewer, torture taker.
Yep. Hand rest for Tyrus.
Yeah.
He does a lot. So Homicide, Cedra pointed out, because I was like, I can't disagree with what Homicide said about Kerry Morton. And yeah, after even what I said, Homicide's like, I'm a fighting champion. I'll defend this against anybody. I'm like, I guess you want to redefine what a fighting champion is. I'm like, in time, everyone else will believe it because they already do anyway. So, you know, I guess I'm just behind the times. So
he was thanking Kerry and Ricky for saving his life because he needs people to save his life, according to him. And he said, Kerry's a future legend, but he doesn't have that it factor.
Yeah.
That aside, he still wants to give him a match. And so I was
NWA 74
in the kitchen cooking, thinking about that, and I'm like, he's right. Kerry doesn't have that it factor. Every time I watch him or listen to him talk, I'm thinking something is missing. I don't know what that something is, but something is missing. And I'm guessing maybe his experience. He has been wrestling that long, and right now he's still Ricky Morton's son. He needs to slowly gravitate away from Ricky Morton's son and be Kerry Morton. And I think in doing that and finding his place in wrestling, he'll blossom potentially. Hopefully.
He's training. His dad's taking care of him. And I think he's taking care of him business-wise. And he's showing him the ropes. And I think he's doing it little by little. And I think the more Kerry comes along, the less you'll see Ricky.
Yeah.
And Kerry has to come into his own when it comes to his own voice, how he feels, his rhythm, his internal drum, so that he can give promos at his own pace. That's what he needs. He also needs to find Because Kerry, there's a chance that Kerry isn't one of those people that just want to go out and be an orator or anything. So he just, because when he talks, he doesn't have that high level of confidence. Like, I know what I'm going to say. I know how I feel about you. And this is what's going to happen. And I need to get this match over. Put us over. Put me over. And show that I'm going to be a strong battler in that ring against you. So I think that's all it is. He's trying to find his own. Once he finds his own, he'll be all right. Because he's in ring wise, he's good. Little things he's got to learn, and a few things he got to stop doing. But right now, in ring work, I'd say he's golden.
Yeah,
I say he's golden. He ain't platinum, but he's golden. Yeah, he just got to find his own his voice and his own rhythm. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah,
After that, there was the May and Aron Stevens sit down, and that sort of went off the rails. But I don't know. It got a little not awkward, but I was like, okay, y'all are cracking up, and I get the joke a little bit, but I mean, basically, Aron just said that he's retired from his in-ring work, but he's going to be a manager, so he's going to be seen in the NWA quite frequently. And he's teaming up with Rodney Mack, and he, credited Rodney Mack for helping him out and doing things like that from when he was a little kid in the business and whatnot, and that he and Rodney are going to work together. Aron Stevens got that demeanor where he could be a beautiful babyface or a crazy looking heel. He is right there in the middle. So that's good for business right there. So that's great. And I like Aron Stevens. And him and Rodney Mack is an odd little duo. Mm-hmm. But
it is.
I truly do think Aron can make it work. I think he can make it work.
It seems that Aron is the king of odd duos.
Yeah. And I'm going to say this. I don't know what's going on. I don't stalk people. But since Rodney Mack got there, the women have been seen less. I am wondering if Jazz is retraining these women. Because I noticed that Camille's work has improved greatly over the past month and a half.
Yeah.
It's picked up a lot. So I wonder if Jazz is working with them. It'd be nice. NWA would be a great promotion to not just have women wrestling all the time, but to have high quality women wrestling all the time.
And the quality of the women's wrestling in NWA has improved greatly.
Yes. Women get a bad rep when it comes to pro wrestling. And I see and I understand and I know why. Maybe Jazz, because she did not work like a woman. Jazz worked like a dude. And maybe she can turn that around because the dainty ain't making it. And Camille is shied away from the dainty. She just needs to work on that spear or drop it.
None of these women fight dainty.
Not anymore. At the beginning, dainty.
Yeah.
The tiptoe running and the forearm pushes and barely touching and using the bushy or floppy hair to cover up that they're not even really striking them at all. Yeah, but maybe things are getting better. Let's just hope, right? Because I want to see the women shine in professional wrestling. And if you got a company where the women are shining and wrestling and, wrestling like a guy, then that's a standard right there. And the other women around are going to have to either learn to step up or step off. It's that simple. I want to see women battlers in that ring. The dudes just can't dominate all day, every day. It can't be a total mass fest all damn night. You gotta flavor it up, man. Put some salt in that bean soup. I'm just saying.
The last part of this May, Aron Stevens, for some reason, May is smitten with Aron and is bound and determined to go to Brazil with him. And he's like, oh, we're going to be around. We're going to blow off the trip. She was like, put off the trip to Brazil.
That's when they started laughing.
And she's talking about all the things that she wants to do, take him to meet her mom. And he's looking like, I need to get out of here.
And then he's like, something. He says, yeah, that's not going to happen or something.
And he's like, we're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. He made us understand that they're not going anywhere.
And May is looking like, yeah, that's what you think. That's what I like. May.
Yeah,
I like her. The tattooed blonde bombshell. That's her thing, I guess. So, well, we got more action, so let's get to that. So, there's a interview with the Cardonas in May. May conducts the interview, and Chelsea, VSK, and dude
Mike Knox.
He don't have the shirt on, so I don't recognize him. Squeaky chair for the win. It's been winning all night. Yeah, they took the mic. They had their things to say, like, basically, we remember what you said, and we're going to hold you to the promise.
With he being William Patrick Corgan, and the promise being that not only does the head Cardona butt munch get a title shot when he is back, but everybody else in the Cardonas gets a title shot. So VSK's got a title shot against Homicide. And she, meaning Chelsea's, expected to get a title shot against the Camille.
Yeah, Camille.
And
I was thinking about somebody more on Chelsea's level and not someone at Camille's level.
Yeah. And Mike Knox is like, they've heard something about title shots, but I haven't heard anything. I know I don't have a phone, and it makes me hard to get a hold of, but I got a mailbox. Send me a letter in the mail. I'm like, man, get a phone.
I ain't gonna lie. It'd be I would be embarrassed, for the NWA, but yet it'd be so deserving if Corgan came out there, got on the microphone and said, I know I told all of you that you're going to get title shots. Yes, you're making it publicly clear. You know what? But I lied. I'm going to treat you like Jim Cornette. I'm not going to own up to anything and move on. Because that's why. Look, where would NWA be if he didn't just throw Jim Cornette under the bus and not support him when he was the one that let the stuff go? Where would the NWA be if Jim Cornette could talk about it and promote it with his, 300,000 followers on YouTube? The Cult of Cornette has legitimately shown that they can put 200,000 views, to a company. They did it to AEW 4 separate times. When Cornette's like, yeah, I'm going to watch this one. I think everyone should watch it too because this is going to be a stinker. And the views go up. And then Cornette's like, I ain't watching that. That's stupid. You all don't have to watch it, but I'll watch them because y'all want me to hate on them, and the views go down. I mean, when that happens once, twice, y'all need to start paying attention. 3 times, oh, it's obvious. 4 times, oh, nah, that's a fact at that point. That's a fact. And so, just wonder where they would be.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mike Knox, get a phone.
Get
a flip phone. Ain't got to be fancy pants, 5G, brain cancer, all that stuff. Just get a flip phone.
Get a burner. Because the burners, when you're done with them, you can just put them in the fireplace and the logs catch on fire.
The logs do not catch on fire.
Yeah, they do. That's why they call burner phones.
No, that's not why they call them burner phones. And why are you making me, Brian, laugh? Go on to the match.
So then we get, I didn't know who was going against who. I'm like, okay, So we get Thrill Billy Silas coming out with Pollo de Mar.
Chicken of the sea.
Tuna. So I'm like, who they going against, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Trevor Murdok come out and I'm like, well, y'all don't plan to win this one.
No, they don't plan to win.
Y'all plan to get mollywopped.
But man, this was a good match.
Yes, it was.
This is the way Murdoch should have been wrestling the whole time.
And Thrill Billy Silas, wow.
Yeah, he's good.
He's good.
I like a throwback.
I I miss oh my God. I mean, look, if AEW had matches like this, they could get everybody on their show.
Look, Trevor got in the ring looking like he didn't have time for having time. Like he just got off the phone with his wife and she ripped a new butthole for eating up all the Oreos and not paying the light bill.
And eating a big piece of chicken when it was meant for her.
And he's pissed. And he's going to take it out on Thrill Billy. That's how Trevor looked.
Yep, and Silas went to jaw jacking and Trevor slapped the hell out of him. He
slapped the hell out of him.
If you're going to come at me, you better come at me correct, boy. And I'm like, oh, no.
No. Sunshine.
He threw the British term out. Mm-hmm. He said sunshine. And after that, it was a beatdown.
It was hard hit after hard hit. He was putting them clotheslines on him. Oh, man.
It was a sight to behold.
He was clotheslining him, and you could hear arm slap, chest, and there wasn't no body slaps.
Nope. That was all legit. And if it won't, Trevor covered that up beautifully because he's professional. Mm-hmm. And then, that's when Pollo de Mar she intervened.
Grabbed Trevor's foot when he hit the ropes.
And now Thrill Billy's in control and he's hitting hard. He's giving it to him. And then Trevor takes back control, powerbomb, little jaw jack, and he's looking like, I ain't got time for this. He gets on that top rope. This is the only part of the match that I'm not a fan of. Okay? Trevor, they used to call it the RS Bulldog, Rick Steiner Bulldog, the diving bulldog off the top rope. It doesn't look right when it's set up because the opponent has to get up in a way that's absolutely unnatural to the entire match thus far. So, but still, regardless of that, Trevor hits this move and it looks believable. Silas, Thrill Billy Silas, beautiful job on taking it. Trevor, beautiful job on delivery. And even in their slow-mo replay, it looked brutal. It didn't look like this was crap. No, that was chef's kiss. I'm going to tell you straight up, they need to give Thrill Billy Silas more airtime, more matches. Let's see what he can really do.
I'd like to see him up against AJ Kazana.
Yeah, yes. He need to have matches like that. This was a good match. Yeah. I'm not a fan of that Bulldog. When I think Trevor could just drag him to the corner, climb the top rope like Tenzan when he's gonna do that riding knee drop off the top to the back of the head.
Just ride him down to the mat.
Yeah, he could just do the Bulldog instead. So I think that would be better. But still, chef's kiss on this match. Damn, this match was good. I ain't gonna lie, I think it should close the show because it was flawless. Yeah. These two are very safe in the ring, but they are hard hitting and high impact.
Very much so.
And that's wrestling. I was like, this match could have taken place at any given point in the 80s. Any given point. Dude's, Thrill Billy's mullet is perfect on him.
It is. His mullet actually suits him.
It looks right.
He don't like a creature laying on his head.
Yep. And then afterwards, Trevor got the belt. He goes to talk to Kyle Davis. It's taking me all this time to remember Kyle's last name, okay? Not this. I'm talking about months doing this because I keep forgetting like Kyle. I'll just say Kyle. Yeah. But Kyle Davis does the interview and he's like, somebody wanted to congratulate you and whatnot. So then Pope comes out.
I knew it was going to be Pope.
Yep. She was like, it's going to be Pope. And then here he come. He's like, let me tell you something, daddy. And it's like, uh-oh. So he's congratulating him. He's giving him all the due respect and stuff, saying, I'm proud of you. Okay. Trevor looks like, I ain't got time for this shit. Gets the belt and walk off. And Velvet's like, why are you going to disrespect Pope like that?
Hey, man, he lucky he didn't get hit.
Yep. Like, don't you hit me, Murdok.
Mm-hmm. Because Aron Stevens got straight jaw.
Yes. Aron caught it bad. So
bad he swept.
Yeah, he didn't talk about that moment after that. Nope. I would have been like, don't you hit me, Murdok. Mm-hmm. I need to talk to you. Don't you strike me, Murdok. I have something to say to you.
So, yeah, that's how he would have said it.
So I'm enjoying this. NWA has got it. NWA has that it factor when it comes to this stuff. A lot of these people look at it and just say, I don't know who these people are. I don't get it. They're strangers to me. But yet, you're drawn in.
If you didn't know who Trevor and Thrill Billy were, you would have been pulled in when he slapped the hell out of Thrill. Be like, oh, and that would have been it.
Yeah, I'd be like, man, you're going to have to slap him back. You have to do something, man. I don't care. Talk about his mom.
You would be invested.
Pick on his wife.
Because that slap was something
Pick on
else.
his right knee at 3 o'clock. Something. You got to do something. That slap was epic. Come at me correct, Sunshine. Thanks for correcting me on that one, too.
Mm-hmm, no problem.
So, I'm wondering what's up with Pope. Is he going to get a rematch?
And he still got a title shot out there?
No, he took it and then he lost.
Oh, it was against Cardona?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, that's it. But, we still got some stuff to go. It's a long show. We're only halfway through, We're keeping pace on the time with this show with how long this is going, So, I said, let's just get on to the next thing. Okay, so we watched a good bit to get to the end of it. And let's see, what was the interview first?
Interview with
Allison Kay?
Yes.
Yeah, she was talking and she wants to get her hands on Camille from what happened in 2020, I believe, she said.
Yes,
taking that
Camille speared her for no reason. That was probably back when she had the belt.
Yeah. And then that's when what's her name? She came in there talking.
The King. Her last name is King.
Kylan King.
There you go.
She came in. I get distracted by her hair. I like her hair. She's got great stature.
Yeah, she's tall. She stands up straight.
Yeah, so she don't look wimpy. She don't
have a tiny little voice.
That's a woman right there. So that's good. And that really came out at the match against Camille. She's a battler. I like seeing that. But in this, this was a good little segment. It's like, look, you want her? I got some get back. So how about you and I have a contenders match to see who goes against her? And then Allison's like, well, yeah, better be out there. She's like, well, why would I say this, but I'm not going to be out there. And at that moment, it almost fell apart.
Yeah. It
almost fell apart. Then they're trying to get the last word.
Trying to get the last word.
While backing out, trying to get the last word. Funny.
Yes.
It was worth, but I was like, hey, that's a good question. Mm-hmm. And I wish more wrestlers would do that because you can see that person get diffused. Like, wait a minute, what just happened? I love seeing that. Allison was just for a bit flummoxed. Just for a little bit. She was literally coughing on my show. Everybody gonna die today. So I enjoyed that. And then after that, it gets to the main event match, that is. And they called it the catch weight. And and she was like, you caught that, right? And I'm like, you think you're funny, but yeah. And so Kerry Morton goes against the Fixer's Jay Bradley. And Jay Bradley is just a name you don't hear much. We don't get to talk about him much. So at the end of the show, I'm like, what was the dude's name? So we had to go over that for a little bit.
Yeah, figure out who he is.
And you said something, and then I was like, Bradley, and then all of a sudden Jay came to name, and I'm like, you know what? Jay came to the mind. I'm like, a lot of people named Jay. You can kind of go with that, and mousing over, and she found it. So, all right, cool. We get the people right. This match right here, you know what? This is one of the matches where you get to see who Kerry is in the ring for now.
Yeah.
His dad is guiding him. His dad is making sure that he keeps his nose to the mat the right way. And I fear if Kerry Morton got from under the tutelage of his father that he would certainly go into the whole modern wrestling type stuff, doing who knows what. Kerry needs to be here. Kerry Morton needs to be here. He doesn't need to go anywhere else. He needs to wrestle. He needs to learn, master, and find his own path. Because modern wrestling is not... If you knew the truth about modern wrestling, it would yank the defeatism out of you. You would just be like, dang, why do we try? It would be brutal.
I think that Kerry would stay on this path even if he wasn't under the direct tutelage of his father.
I don't know.
because modern wrestling is bred out of what these now wrestlers watched during their formative years.
Yeah.
That is what is stuck. That is what is cool. That is what they want to do until it kills them. Kerry has had the influence of his father throughout his entire life in every stage of his formative years. So I think there is a higher likelihood that he would stay on this path unless he decides, I want more money. And then that's the only thing that would, pull him off.
I can't really call any out right now. And I don't want to spend 30 minutes actually talking about what I'm finna say. But if you ever watch someone that knows how to wrestle go against a modern wrestler, it does not look well at all. It don't. That person's trying to work. The modern wrestler's trying to get moves in. And so when you got someone trying to work opposed to someone that's going to the next move and not giving the time to breathe and get the situation at hand so that people can understand what's going on, it looks horrible. That's how Dax Harwood matches were looking. That's how their matches, that's how FTR's matches look with some of these other people until they get them in the ring and say, look, we're going to do this way. You need to slow down and we're going to do it right. And the matches always come off really good. But before that, it was a mess. Kerry gets in this ring and he goes against Jay Bradley and he fights from underneath. And
he is
Joe,
the underdog.
Joe Galley, that's his name, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he calls that out. He's fighting from underneath. And you can hear him like kind of shut himself up like, crap, I should have said that. You can hear him, but hey, everyone flubs. It's all good. But he's taking the beating. He is getting beat on. Everything he tries, it phases Jay, but it ain't beating Jay down. And that's what needs to be done. Kerry's little. Kerry is little. Jay's a big dude. It need to go this way. And so Kerry is doing what his father has always done to get over and what any small, giant-hearted babyface would do to get over. You sell like you're gonna die. Kerry was doing that. Ricky got his son. I said, hey, look, come here. Let me have a talk with you. Said some words, maybe some encouragements, telling him what the next leg of the match is. Who knows what he did, but he grabbed him and threw him back in there. Get on in there and fight, man. And I'm like, look, kind of mean doing this, but hey, I got to throw you in the desert, see if you make it. So that's what he did. And Kerry was trying to fight back and it was not going so well.
But Jay Bradley also was not wrestling like he wanted to win either.
Exactly.
Like he was playing with his food.
Yes. And that is one of those telltale signs. Mm-hmm. That is one of those telltale signs. If wrestling is at a poker table, that right there is a blaring call. All right. Be like, oh yeah, I know you're going to do this. Why? I don't know. Your tail is obvious. You got a neon sign on your forehead that says tail. So yeah. So the match does go on. Kerry is selling, is looking good. He's getting beat down. And then he pops up with that lucky hit. Schoolboy over-rotated Schoolboy, and he had a deep cover on that one. And got the 3 count, got the win. They called it an upset, which they should in this. That is an upset. An upset is when someone wins that probably shouldn't win.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
You watch AEW, you got these people that are monsters going against people that are smaller than them, and they're saying that the big person winning would be an upset. Yeah, that's not bueno. So Kerry gets the win. It's all good. His dad's happy about it. It's all great. Fans love it. Baby's in the air. Then we get to the last segment. So Corgan comes out. He announces that they're going to have a single elimination tournament and the winner will go for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. All right. That's great. Phase 2. He makes all these matches and announces the matches that he's already made and says that Nick Aldis will be going against Tim Storm, and the winner of that will be able to go for the World Championship. He's lifting the ban on Tim Storm that was in place. That's good.
That's wonderful.
Because the truth is, the crowd has forgotten about it.
Mm-hmm.
All we know is Tim don't have the belt. He's not wrestling. He looks like a caged lion. That's what Tim Storm is to us. You know, I forgot about the band. A lot of people probably forgot.
I didn't forget.
As soon as Corgan brings it up, it's like, oh yeah, that's right. You know, some things you accept and you just move on. But you forgot and you know you did.
No, I didn't.
Like,
I didn't forget.
I forgot. And I know a lot of people had to forget. And those that didn't, it's kind of like, all right, you know, you got them shackled. What now? But now the shackles are off. And the way NWA operates, you don't know who's going to win that match between Aldis and Storm. And so far that I've been watching, I haven't seen Tim Storm beat Aldis.
Nah.
So if he does win, I might actually have to call that an upset. But if he does win, it's like, oh yeah, makes sense. You lift the band, you put him over, he's got to win. But if he loses, then it'll be like, well, yeah, that's standard.
Exactly.
So it's going to be all right either way. But when they went to talk to Tim, I mean, Kyle Davis was very excited. He was elated, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But Tim, he was choked up. He was in tears.
He was
and
sniffling.
Yeah, he got me all teared up and sniffling, and I'm sitting here like, your asses just So he's happy, and it made me happy, and I'm sitting here like I'm crying with you, man.
You did it this time. I didn't cuss the whole show.
Well, I said asses. Is that bad?
You two probably say so.
And man, you know how I feel about YouTube. But it's just, you know, they can stuff it. You know, I'll put it like that. Still, I'm happy for. No, you done swore earlier, but I ain't
what
no,
I said.
I'm not gonna get no.
I was curtailing my language.
Yeah, but you said other words, little small words, but it's fine.
I said
Hey,
butthole or butt munch.
We
What?
I'm happy for Tim. This is a good show. Yeah, I know USA aired today, but we like to give it an extra day so that everybody can watch it on YouTube or wherever they want to watch it, on Fight, YouTube or whatnot, and then we'll go over it to do all this stuff. Like as soon as the show airs, that just seems like it's taking the flame out of it. I want NWA to burn bright. So that's why we do ours like a day late or whatnot. And I have to edit and upload, and edit meaning to take out a lot of certain long pauses and then make certain things clip together so it sounds like a sentence from one segment to the next. That's pretty much it. But hey, this is a good show. I like what William Patrick Corgan is doing. Although he will never do the right thing, but running the NWA right now, the way it's looking, he's doing great. I haven't been upset with the booking. I haven't been upset with the matches. You know, some matches flounder, very few. And I mean, I can count on, as Caprice Coleman would say, a malformed hand, how many bad matches there were. So with that, we'll say that this is time is up. I don't want it to go as long as the actual show, although we are very close. But this has been Cedric and CJ for CR Wrestling on NWA Powerrr. Thank y'all for listening. Support us on Spreaker. Listen to us here, because sometimes we're going to post here and not put it on YouTube. So keep that in mind. And there might be other things. So whether it's on YouTube, especially here in the comment section on Spreaker, y'all can let us know what you want us to talk about. If there's a topic, we might have to research it, but we will definitely talk about it for you. So with that, you all take care and see you next time.